Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Board Gaming Life playthrough. Today, we're going to be playing a four-player game of Stone Age. Still going to wait a little bit to get started, and we are going to be in second in turn order. Stone Age is a wonderful worker placement game created in 2008 by Michael Tummelhofer, and it stood the test of time. Oh no, we are in first place in turn order. And I am going to place on a field and get myself the farm, which is going to pay dividends in the long run because it's going to decrease the amount of food that I need to feed all my players, my meeples rather. The yellow player is taking one of the most powerful cards in the game. It's the card that gives you 3 points for every hut that you have at the end of the game. It's back to me. I think I'll think long term and take a tool. A tool can be thought of as the equivalent of 1 pip on a die. So if you're valuing meeples, a meeple is considered to be worth 3.5 or 3.5 pips, which is the average roll that you will get when rolling a die long term. So basically, if you get 3.5 tools, that is the equivalent. You can think of it as basically having another extra meeple that you never have to feed. So if you end up getting 7 tools, for example, you've got 2 extra uh, meeples. It's the equivalent of 2 extra meeples, 3.5 tools per meeple that you never have to feed. And so they're very valuable if obtained early on in the game. And all the wood's been used up. That is definitely the cheapest and most efficient resource in the game. My turn. We've got 3 meeples left to place. I'd like to get cards, but I don't have any resources to pay for them with, so I'm just going to go and get some clay, which is the second most cheapest and second most efficient resource in the game. I would really have liked to take that card in position 3. It's a nice multiplier. Multipliers are vital in this game. You need to have at least minimum 6 or 7. I think by the end of the game that should be your goal. Otherwise, you're probably not going to win, especially if your opponents have collected many multipliers. It's my turn to use people. I'm going to get my first field, my first tool, and I will. Well, see, I rolled 15, but with my extra tool, I can bump it up to 16 and get myself 4 clay instead of just 3. Paying 3 and 4 resources for cards is always a tricky um, position. Paying 1 resource for cards, like if you've got a card in the first position, it's almost a no-brainer. It's almost always worth it because you're only giving up 1 resource. If you're paying wood, you're giving up just 3 points to get whatever that card gives you. I'm now last in turn order, which is a bit of a disadvantage, but we'll try and make the most of it. Of all the long-term resources are taken up, which they probably will be. Oh no, wait, there's the hut is still available. I think I'll leave the hut for later until I get a few more fields. If I get a new person, I'm stuck feeding them. I'm going to put 4 meeples on the wood and save 1 more to put somewhere else. Maybe this, this number 2 card looks pretty good. It's if I manage to pay for it with 2 woods, I'm giving up 6 points. But I'm getting a stone which is worth 5, and I'm getting a multiplier, which, let's say if I have 5 fields at the end of the game, is also worth 5. So I'm giving up 6 points to get 10. So it's a net gain of 4. Not great, but not bad either. And like I said, multipliers are a zero sum thing. If you don't get it, your opponents will. So those are points that would have come to you that that are now going to go to your opponents. I got one last people to place. I think I'm just going to place here. Huts are not something you want to prioritize early game. They're better off prioritized middle or late game, unless it's the 1 to 7 hut that allows you to place 1 to 7 of any resource. Even if you don't have many resources, you might want to take that just as a defensive move and just use it with 1 wood, get 3 points for it. At least you're not allowing another player to put all their stone and gold on it and end up with 30 points. Better you get 3 points than someone else gets 30. Okay, gonna use up my 4 woodcutters, get 6 for that. Then I'm gonna use 2 of those woods, pick up the stone, and field multiplier for the end of game. So that's gonna give me 1 point for every field that I have at the end of the game. I'd like to pick up as many of those cards as possible. Okay, it's my turn. I'm gonna pick up a field. Okay. In the first few rounds of the game, if any of either the field, tools, or hut is available, chances are it's a pretty good move to take, unless there's some other thing available on the board that's more of a priority. But usually, taking for the first 3 or 4 moves, taking these things is probably not a bad idea. So I'm not sure if the people watching if you're new to the game or if you already know it and you're trying to get better. Let me know in the comments. That way we can, in future videos, we can sort of customize them to the level of player that that's watching the videos. We think that listening and watching someone else play and listening to their um, train of thought and then their decision making process is probably one of the best ways to get better, especially if you're interested in competing in tournaments, which is something we like doing very much. It's my turn. I got 4 meeples left. Um, Let me get this. I plan to have a few more tools by the end of the game. So this card's going to give me 2 points for every tool I have at the end of the game. Plus, it's going to get me what's it's giving me a free resource of some type, anything from a farm or a tool all the way down to a wood, which might be helpful, beneficial early on in the game. I think I'm also going to go here, even though I said huts should only be considered or thought about mostly in the mid game. I've got a good hut here that I think I've already got 4. clays and a stone. I just need a gold, which hopefully I can get with those two meeples. There's also the last round. I don't have to worry about food. I gotta start feeding my meeples from now on. As far as huts go, it's a lot better to get these huts with the question mark, which allow you to get far more points than the two in the middle, for example, which are guaranteed to be either 15 or 14 points. You got to place a meeple um, on a hut to get the hut anyway, so that's one action. You might as well get more than 15 points from one action than just 15 points. So um, you're just being more efficient in Stone Age, like with many other games. Using your moves as efficiently as possible and more efficiently than your opponents is probably going to be the difference between winning and not winning. And still earlier on in the game, so I think the tool might be a better choice than a stone. Also, I'm going to be getting this card that gives me 2 points for every stone. So basically, taking this, sorry, 2 points for every tool. So taking this tool is just going to give me a guaranteed 2 points additional at the end of the game. So I might as well take it. It's only the third round of the game, so I'm going to take my additional field. Let me see if I can get a field or a tool from this. I did. I got a. Gonna get this. And I could have taken the gold, but I'm hoping my two meeples and my two tools will get me. As long as I don't roll under a 4 total with these two dice, I should be okay. I got a 7. That's the most I'm going to get. So I'm done. And then I'm going to use 3 clays. Oh, 4 different types. Oh, there you go. I've already used up 5 types. Sorry, all 4 types, 2 clays and 1 of everything else. And that's going to get me 22 points instead of just 15 or 14 that I would have got if I had taken any of the middle huts. So I've got 22 points so far. I believe I'm in the lead. Okay. These blue players taking the field. I don't need a new person right now. That's not where my strategy for this game is going. Um, I've only got 2 plays. So I think I'll just go and pick up the first card. For giving up 3 points, that's a pretty good return on my investment. And that card's going to give me 1 point for every hut that I have accumulated by the end of the game. Okay, I need. Oh, no, I've still got. I still don't have to feed anyone this turn. My fields and food are enough, but I do need more. Mm, I'm going to take the tool instead. It's only the 4th round of the game, and the first 4 rounds you want to take as many of these. The wood can wait, and if the wood gets filled, I can just go to the clay, which is not. It's not the end of the world. But I do get 2 extra points for this this tool, and the tools are going to help me. I've already got 3 tools, so it's just like I said, 3.5 tools is worth the equivalent of 1 extra meeple that you never have to feed. So essentially, I don't think of myself as having 5 meeples right now, but rather 6. My turn. I'm going to place all my remaining 3 on the clay. Even though I said multipliers are a big part of the game in terms of end of game points, you still have to stay. You can't still depend on that for the win. You have to stay close enough in points to the game leaders. If one person or more runs away with the lead prior to the end of the game, in my experience, um, all the end of game points in the world may not be enough to make up that difference. Uh, you do need multipliers, but you need some in game points as well. Okay, get to use my people. I'll take my tool. I will. Oh, I might as well just get my tool first. And I'm going to get another tool. That's 2 more points for me. And I currently have 4. Um, the yellow and green players each have 7 meeples. I've only got 5, or 6 if you consider my tools. We're going to be first in turn order again next turn. And the first card that's going to come up for me is going to be this card, which is going to give me 2 points for every field that I have at the end of the game. So I think I'll take that. That takes priority even over the field itself. Oh, and there's a 1 to 7 hut just came up. I think I need to take that as a defensive move. Oh, or do I? None of my opponents have a huge number of resources, especially not the expensive resources. I'll take another tool. I've got 5 tools now. It's my turn. I'm going to take the 1 to 7 hut. Oh, see now, my opponents don't have too much stuff. So even if one of them gets it, one of them will take it. I still don't think they're going to get a whole bunch of points from it. So I'm either getting a tool. Oh, yeah, someone took it as I predicted. I'm going to take the tool. I have 6 tools by the end of this round. It's almost 7. It's almost the 2 additional meeples at a valuation of 3.5 tools being equivalent to one meeple. I do need to get some food, 2 additional foods. I've only got 3 fields, but I need to feed my people, or I'm going to lose 10 points. It's my turn. I'm going to use 2 of my meeples to get wood because I don't have any wood, and I'll use the final one to get food. Okay. Oh, I didn't get any food at all. Okay, it's now the 5th round of the game. There's only 23 cards left to be drawn. The game ends when there's no more cards left to be drawn, or when one of these piles of huts is depleted. Uh, After blue plays this hut, there'll only be 4 left in the first stack of huts. So theoretically, someone could end the game in 4. The game could be ended in 4 more rounds. We're in last turn order. Okay. Yeah, the blue took the additional field plus the multiplier. The end of game rewards for each of these cards is only are the civilization card. Now I've got 6. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep taking huts, and I'm really hoping to get some more of these um, multiplier cards that give me points, end of game points for having more tools. Um, I've got the most tools of anyone in the game by far. My closest opponent only has 2. I've got 6. It's soon to be 7. Okay. I need 1 more food. I'm going to go put 1 there. And another nice thing about having a lot of tools is that you can just take one person, one meeple, and put them in the expensive resources, even like one or two in the expensive resources like gold and stone, and then hopefully use those additional tools to get yourself at least 1 of that resource. So you can, just use 1 meeple and get a valuable resource, which you can use to complete cards that have those resources on them. My turn. I'm actually going to do what I just said and go for gold. My last one goes on food. I currently have a small lead of 22 versus 20, which the blue player has. What do you think about the moves that we're making and the strategy, the overall strategy that we're using? Would you make the same moves if you were here, or would you do something else? Let us know in the comments. We're always interested in hearing other people's points of view, especially if you've played this game and you win regularly at it, either casually or in tournaments. We'd love to know what you think. Another 1 to 7 hut has come out. We won't be getting it because we're too late in turn order. We'll only be 3rd. enter an order next round. I'm going to grab these things. I'm going to grab a gold. I got a 1. That's terrible. So I've got to use my 2 of my tools to get that. I don't have enough tools to increase, but I did get 2 woods, and hopefully I can get at least 1 food. I'm going to use this tool. I believe green is trying what's known as the starvation strategy. Just trying to get lots and lots of meeples. They're up to 9 and not feeding them at all. The reasoning behind that is if you don't feed your meeples, you lose 10 points, which sounds bad, but if you think about it, it would have cost, for example, if you have 10 meeples, it would cost 20 in food, because food is worth 2 each to feed them. So it looks like you're losing 10 points, but really you're not losing those 20 points. So some people even think of it as gaining 10 points if they had 20. Sorry, if they had 10 meeples. Green's got 9 meeples, so basically not feeding them is saving him 18 points, but he's only losing 10, so he's really netting 8. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna get another. See, now I think it's time for me to get 2 more guys. 5 just isn't enough. Don't need 8 or 9, but 6 would be good and 7 would be fabulous. I don't plan on going more than 7 in this game. I don't think that would be necessary. There's only civilization cards that have come out. No multiplier cards yet that give me end of game points for having either huts or tools or meeples or fields. It's my turn to place. I will take the tool. Kind of got lucky. There's no real cards that I want. There's no real huts that I want. So I'm just going to use this round to collect resources, and I've got 8 tools. So I'm definitely going to go and at least pick up a stone. Put one of my guys on the stone, and I have to eat. Or well, I can use food. I can use a wood as food. Um, one on stone and one on food sounds good. My turn. So one goes on the stone. So I'm trying to have at least one of every type of resource, so that if a good hut comes up, especially the question mark huts, which require sometimes 3 or even 4 different types of resources, I'll be ready. I won't have to struggle to get them. So if you can have one of each resources at all times, that's a good idea. I was going to go on food, but I might as well go there. I can use the wood as food anyway. Oh, I'm gonna have 6 meeples at the end of this round, so I need to feed 6. I've only got food for 4, so I need 2 actually. I'm getting another field, which is great. So I now only need 1 food. And that field gets me 3 points at the end of the game for my multiplier cards over here. Oh, the blue player has taken the lead there, 33 to R22. Yeah, so we need to counter green's starvation strategy, and the way to do that is, well, if an opponent is trying a starvation strategy, what they need is time, because their 9 to 10 meeples will beat your 5 to 6 meeples in the long run. So you can't give them time. You have to end the game as quickly as possible. And one of the ways to do that, someone seems to have gotten the idea, because this first row of first stack of huts is only down to 3. So someone's trying to end the game and That put a wrench in the green player's plans. Okay, I'm gonna get my new guy, get this, and then go for my stone. So I've only rolled a 1, which is terrible, but I do get a stone. And I get 2 woods as well, and I'm going to use one of them to feed my 6th meeple. Oh, I got to feed my guys too. So I'm just going to give them a wood, but it'll lose 3 points and to lose 10. Okay, there's some multiplier cards that have come up, and they're all tools. Oh, that's good for me. So the second one's a meeple multiplier. That's not great for me, but I am going to take this one because the first giving up 1 resource is always a good idea. Yellow took the question mark hat that just came up. I would have liked that myself, but I had to pick. And since I've got 6 woods and even 4 clays, I'm just going to keep picking up these multipliers. I've got 8 tools, and I've already picked up 3 multipliers, so I just picked up 24. I just made 24 points on this round alone. 32 if I pick up the last one, so that's 8 points. No, the last one's not a great deal because I'm giving up 12. So I got to pay 4 resources for it. I'm giving up 12 to get just 8. That's a loss of 4. I think I might wait for it to slide down. It's my turn now. All these are gone. I need 2 more to feed. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to go 1 here. I'll use 1 on my 1 for stone, and then I'll use the remaining. Maybe 1 on clay and 1 for food. That way I'm utilizing my tools to the max. It's my turn. 1 goes on stone. And I also picked up 4 temporary tools on this first card, so that's going to come in handy for all these resources that I'm trying to obtain. And I might even pick up another tool with my with this card right here because it's got the ability that's colloquially known as the dice bar. Some players call it Christmas because everyone gets a gift. It's my turn. I'm gonna go. And for my final one, I'm gonna get some food. Okay, I'm going to use this one. That's 3 of my woods. I'm going to get a stone. I'm going to use this one and get the 4 temporaries. Then I'll start from gold going downwards. I got 1 gold. I'm going to get 2 stone. I don't have any. Oh no, I do have my 4. Now one clay is good. And then, oops, time to use my I'm going to use this one time to get the 2 food that I need. Maybe that wasn't the best use of that temporary tool, but I rolled a 1 and I don't want to lose 10 points or any of my other resources. But I'm pretty well stocked up on resources. I got 2 golds, 4 stones, and 5 clays. That's pretty good. Pretty expensive resources anyway. And hopefully some good huts come up in the near future. I'm going to be first next turn, so I get the first crack. If a 1 to 7 hut comes up, that would be ideal. I believe 2 of them have already come up, and there's only 3 in the game. So I'd have to get really lucky. The yellow player's got 62 points. We need to catch up. It's our turn. I'm going to take this first card. It's going to be worth 8 points to me in exchange for giving up 3, so it's a net 5. But I do need to get one of these question mark huts. But I think other players have their eyes on them too. There was 3 of them. That's why I decided not to take it first. Hopefully I'll get at least one of them. This 5 of a kind seems nice because I've got 4 stones already. And I got 5 clays. I might even be able to pick up both of them. The blue player took that, so I have to go here. The green player took the second card. My turn. I'm going to go here. I went on the field because it'll help me feed, plus I've got 3 multipliers at the end, so it's basically 3 points. I think my opponents are sensing that the end of the game is relatively near. So we have to get a lot of points from huts. And that's the best way of getting points, usually, and certainly at near game end. It's my turn. I got 3 left place. Getting a new meeple is not worth it at this stage. I will go here and get the final wood. My turn. I'm going to place. Let's go on gold. My turn to use. I'm going to go here. Get my temporary 3 tools. I'm going to go here and get 3 golds. I will get a wood. And with this, I'm going to use up 4 gold. So we're at 46. We're still trailing by 16 points. Yellow player's in the lead. The yellow player's going to pick up some more points right now. Yeah, I'm going to be in last turn order position next round, which means I get the last pick of the huts, most likely, because people are sensing it's the last round. If someone takes the hut and stack one, the game ends. I'm going to probably gonna get stuck with the cheap 11-point hut, but I would like to stall the game. In retrospect, I think I should have gone and gotten a hut in my first move of last turn. It's my turn. I have to go here. Now, did the blue player go on the first stack to get that hut and thereby end the game, or just to stall the end of the game for one or maybe two more rounds? That's the question. So we'll see in a minute what the blue player is planning to do. My turn. I need a wood, so I have to get 2 woods. I don't think it's in blue's best interest to end the game now, unless they're confident that they're going to win. They are trailing by 12 points. It's my turn to place people. Let me get that so I don't have to feed. I get the feeling blue may not end the game this round. And I have no other ways of getting points. It's my turn. I'm just gonna that's all I can do this round. It remains to be seen whether blue wins the game or not. And we currently have the lowest number of huts with 2. Our opponents have 6 and 5 and 4. So I think a mistake we made was not transitioning, in the mid game to away from cards and towards huts early enough. We should have had 2 more huts in our collection by now. I think that was our mistake, and that may be the mistake that cost us the game. So knowing when to transition from cards to huts and doing that in time just to keep up with the other opponents is an important consideration in this game. So make sure you do that in your games as well. A good rule of thumb is to just stay close in points to the other players. Don't let anyone run away. With the lead, because then it may be impossible to catch up. So blue did end the game. That's strange. Well, let's see if blue wins. I mean, blue's currently at a 24-point deficit to yellow. So we end the game with only 57 points, which is near half of what the yellow player had. So let's see if blue did the right move by ending the game. No, blue did not. Blue did not make the right move because, well, they ended up in last place with 111 points. And I think we came in a respectable second. It's still a loss, but respectable. But we learned something at least. I hope you did as well. Um, transitioning to cards, and sorry, from cards to huts, and keeping your point score during the game close to the leader is a good idea. Being the leader is even better, but you got to stay close. You can't end the game as I did with 57 points when the one of your opponents has 104, because it's very hard to catch up, even if you have fantastic multiplier cards, as we did. Like we went from, I think, was it 57 to 143. That's a good end of game points jump, but the lead that the yellow player had was pretty much insurmountable. If we got just one more hut, as you can see, it's only a 10-point difference. One more hut would have made the difference, and we would, because no hut is worth less than 10 points. So one more hut would have definitely given us the victory. And I don't want to say blue cost us the game, but you can't. That's not an acceptable excuse in the board gaming world, but they cost us the game. No two words about that. But our play, of course, was the primary factor. So hope you learned something. Definitely click the like button and consider subscribing so that you get notified whenever we put up any other board gaming related videos. There's going to be more playthroughs because we think watching someone else play and listening to what they're doing and why they're doing what they're doing is one of the best ways to get better, because you can incorporate those ideas and tactics in your own games. We hope to be putting up non-playthrough video board gaming related videos as well as we go to various board gaming tournaments and conventions. We're planning on going to the World Board Gaming Championships held in Pennsylvania every July, and we're definitely going to be playing Stone Age as well as some other games, trying to get the World Championship title in this game and others. So I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, happy gaming, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.